I told you people, in the movies is where they show you truth in plain sight. In the same movies is where they show you what to expect in the world in the nearest future to get you mentally prepared for it and for them to do whatever they wish to you without facing the consequences, and by so doing they hide it in the movie and people call it fiction. What triggered me to talk about this is because some people were calling me childish in the comment section because I am using movie as a reference. They say I am immature for saying that an adult don't watch movies. Well, for me that's a typical African mentality and suffering from illiteracy. That's why the Igbo man will tell you that the easiest way to hide something from a black man is in the book, because they don't read and it didn't even end there. And whenever this slogan is being used, our African brothers and sisters feel offended, but that's the truth. Now let me tell you why they put the truth in the movies. Have you ever heard the word karmic retribution before? No. Even if you do, then what do you think it means? Don't worry, I will tell you about it. Karmic retribution is a belief that every evil action there's a consequence, and it is said that Satanists actually believe in it. It is said the only way to counter it is to tell who you are targeting about your plan, and if they accept it with the knowledge that you are evil, then there shall be no consequence and your target will be seen as an accomplice. Now imagine going to a bakery store to buy a bread, but it is actually poison, without you having any knowledge about it, and you ate it and die. The owner of the store will bear all the blame and you'll be guilty. But if you go to that store and you see a sign saying buy a poison bread here, and you buy it and willing to eat it, then you committed suicide. Now the owner of the store can argue that you had the knowledge about the poison but still ate it at your own will. You may still not understand, but let me tell you a little story about karmic retribution. In 2001, a man posted online saying that he's looking for someone who is willing to be eaten. Someone replied they met and ate dinner. Then the man cut off his guest's body parts and cooked them and ate them while the victim was still alive. And the man who buyed him filmed the entire thing which the victim agreed to eat. And he didn't buy him to survive, rather he buyed him because someone asked to be eaten. And he said the taste was tender and he ate over 20 kilograms of pizza flesh. You know what I mean by pizza flesh? Human flesh. And legally argued that it was consensual murder and he went free. So you must have been in a Catholic church or seen some of the services in the TV. You must have noticed that the church has images and statues of different figures. They claim to be people that was talked about in the Bible. They have statues depicting what they call the image of Jesus in the Bible, Mary, his mother, and some of his apostles. Also drawings and certain symbols like the cross and crucifixion symbols. But doesn't this sound contradictory? For in the same Bible, Jesus said, don't make any graven image or carve anything out of stone and say this is me or my father. And do not make images of any host of the heavens, but worship me through the heart and soul. But the Catholic Church is filled with images, drawings, and symbols. So don't you think it is all a way to avoid karmic retribution and a way to make people who go to church to be considered sinners, as they have participated in doing a deed they know is bad, but because it's been presented in a religious manner to desensitize them to make them think it is a good thing, but it is actually just a ploy to label them a fellow sinners as they know the truth but willingly participated in the act. Let me also remind you of the recent Balenciaga situation in which pedophilia was being promoted. This was actually a way to desensitize people and let them know the designer brand support pedophilia, and if the masses still buy products from the brand, then they are also supporters of pedophilia and will face consequences for the act. So you see, it's all a ploy to make people follow the evil act being pushed by the current world order, so that the people who knows what is going on is bad, but they still ignore it because it is being brought by the top organization in the world which most people rely on. That makes them ignore it, and as a result they shall face the same consequences when judgments come, which is karma. And that's why they commit genocides in our faces without facing consequences, because when they show you their plans in plain sight, whether you notice it or not, as long as you have seen it, whatever they do to humanity has no consequences or repercussion against them. That is why they hide it in plain sight, and this is what is called karmic retribution. Until next time, peace.